Yo there guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my review of Vile Villagers After Dark, which is at Chessington World of Adventures for Howl-O-Ween 2022. So before we continue further into this review, if you have not yet seen my last review from Chessington Howl-O-Ween 2022, which was about Creepy Caves After Dark, you will know the intensity of After Dark and sort of get an idea. Now, obviously, Vile Villagers After Dark is the newer version of the After Dark sort of experience. Obviously, they did After Dark on Creepy Caves back in 2017 and also in 2022. But obviously, those who don't know about Vile Villagers, it was new for 2021, and this year has come back and has joined the After Dark lineup, which is the second ever attraction in Chessington Howl-O-Ween history to join After Dark. So hopefully we'll see some more over the coming years. Obviously, I will also be releasing reviews very hopefully in a couple of days of Creepy Caves Elimination, the normal version of that, as well as the normal version of Vile Villagers. But this is specifically the After Dark. So if you do not want to know what could happen to you inside Vile Villagers After Dark, then turn off, don't watch this video, and just wait for the normal version. So, Vile Villagers After Dark. So when Vile Villagers After Dark was announced, I was, in all fairness, skeptical. I was very skeptical about Vile Villagers After Dark. The thing is with Creepy Caves Elimination After Dark is Creepy Caves has had After Dark before, and it's gone down really well, so no wonder they brought that back. But Vile Villagers, I wasn't expecting a lot out of Vile Villagers After Dark. To be fair, I was skeptical, mainly because Creepy Caves After Dark this year is £15, whereas Vile Villagers is £8. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not going to be as intense. How wrong I was. Vile Villagers After Dark was the most insane, if not even more insane than Creepy Caves Elimination After Dark. So I went on this on opening day. The group I was with, there was only 4 of us in a group, so a very small group. And I was originally signed in to do that maze at 7 o'clock. Was it that? I can't remember. I'm having to double check my notes on when I was before I did this review. So yeah, I was supposed to do Vile Villagers After Dark at 7:15 on opening day. I ended up not getting in until 8:10. That is because I ended up getting sort of a gifted run through of Creepy Caves Elimination. So that was quite fun. I was already booked in to do Creepy Caves Elimination on the 26th at 7:20, but they sort of gifted it to us. Well, to me, it seems like everyone else was already booked on to do that anyway, but I was gifted it. So cheers, I guess. Cheers. But no. So me and the group, it was the people in my group were the same who I went through with Creepy Caves. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, we were waiting outside the entrance. We literally got to the front of the queue. We're waiting to go in, and then there was a show stop, like a e-stop. So we were waiting. We were debating whether we were going to get sent through Creepy Caves again. It was like 8 o'clock at this point. So we got in. I think we got in at around about 8:10, so about nearly an hour after I was originally supposed to be booked in. And we walked through into the village. I'm just going to call it the village. The satanic village, should I say. So this is the front of the queue. We got into the start of the zone. We went through here. And where the hay is, all the actors were stood round in a corner. We're all stood round in a circle saying some chant or something. It was giving me a lot of vibes from the welcoming at Alton Towers a few years ago, whether this was an inspiration for it or not. Only the creative teams will be able to tell me that. But I remember we sort of just stopped because we were like, okay, do we walk past them or what? And then they all turned and looked at us. And then they ran at us and started sending us separate ways. Now, the theming in this is great. I love the theming, I love the effects. Very wonderful lighting choices in there, and it's very creepy, even during the normal versions. But yeah, we got sent through some of these through the scenes, some of the huts. I know some of our group got put in these huts and sent through there. My first big scare was I was dragged and held up against this building, and I had, I was sort of licked, shouted at, and then throughout the rest of the zone, I was screamed at, and I mean full on screamed at, which was nuts. Proper got screamed at, got dragged around. I then got spun around a couple of times. I got spun around. It's all trying to remember what happened. Yeah, so I got spun around, dragged, screamed at. I got pinned up against a coffin, which was fun, which was weird. Like I say, at this point, I couldn't see what was going on. Like, I could not see. So yeah, this coffin here, I was actually pinned up against after being spun around with my hood over my head. So I couldn't really see a lot of what was going on. And then after that, I then got put to the floor. Several of us got put to the floor. And we ended up, well, in my case, I ended up, I don't think what happened. Oh yeah, sorry, PTSD from it. So I got spun around, put on the floor. I had my shoes and socks stolen. So they are taking clothes off you, which I was not expecting. And then I had to walk through the start of the graveyard with one sock on, literally one sock, because they stole both my shoes and one sock. And then we got put in this graveyard bit where all of us, there was like a rope around us. One of the actors, shout out to James, who is the show captain. Anyone who remembers that name of James, you'll remember he was in Creepy Caves for the first 3 years. He then went on to Creek Freaks Unchained at Thorpe, and then he came Birthday Bash as well. And then he's come back this year as show captain for Creepy Caves and Vile Villages. What I didn't mention in my Creepy Caves After Dark review this year is that James jumped in and acted in that. And James jumped in and acted in Vile Villages, which was nuts. So shout out to James, who jumped on top of me and started screaming full pelt in my ear, which was nuts. I had a woman put her hands over my eyes and telling me, "Shit, like it'll be okay." And I'm like, "What the hell?" Like, it was intense. From this sort of attraction, I was not expecting it to be that intense. A lot of us sort of had to lay on the floor and had everyone climb on top of us. Like, the whole group ended up huddling onto us. Like, I was laying on the floor, and then one of my group was slammed down next to me, and then someone got slammed down on top of me and slammed down on the other person. So we all got to sort of hug each other at one point, and it was like, what the hell? And there was a couple of members of our group got carried through the maze or zone. It felt like a maze at this point. And then, we got up and we got to the finale tunnel where we were, or some of us, I can't remember if all of us got this, but I know some of us did. We were forced to crawl on our hands and knees, occasionally with actors on our back, through the finale tunnel. And it was crazy. This tunnel was full of smoke, red lighting, and it was just amazing. Like, the zone itself was just amazing. The lighting was great. And then, out of the tunnel, we got to walk out the gates, where my shoes got given back to me. My shoes were literally outside the tunnel, which was quite funny. And then following that, all the actors then followed us out of the zone, out of the exit, and closed the gates on themselves. So yeah, do I recommend Vile Villages After Dark? 110%. It is one of the best scare experiences I've ever done, and that's saying something. Like, it's compared to its daytime counterpart, you couldn't tell it's the same attraction. Like, you literally couldn't. This is something that should be at like Fort Park again. Honestly. Now, I said this in my Creepy Caves elimination review, and I said it in Creepy Caves After Dark years ago, back in 2019, and I'm saying this again now about Viral Villages. After Dark is recommended for age 13 plus. I 100% disagree that it should be 13 plus. I think Creepy Caves and Viral Villages After Dark should be at least maybe 15 plus, if not 18 plus. Some of the stuff they were doing to us in those two mazes and zones combined was like 18 plus. Like, I do think if a 13-year-old went into it, I think they would proper crap themselves, and I think it would traumatize them. You sign a waiver for a reason. Like, literally, you sign that waiver for a reason. But yeah, Viral Villages After Dark, highly recommend it if you're planning on giving it a go at Chessington this year. I know they've only just recently released some more time slots for Creepy Caves After Dark, and I think there's still quite a lot of slots for Viral Villages After Dark still going, I do believe. But yeah, I highly recommend both Creepy Caves Elimination After Dark and Viral Villages After Dark. So I thought I'd just show this now. If you are planning on doing Viral Villages After Dark, there is only 3 time slots left for the whole of Viral Villages After Dark run. This is being the 29th of October at 5 to 8, and Viral Villages on the 30th at 7:25 and 7:35. So this is your very last chance to book those tickets for Viral Villages After Dark. Highly recommend it. I think whilst I'm here, I'm going to show you Creepy Caves After Dark, see how sold out that is. I was lucky enough to get a gifted run through on top of my normal run through that I've got that book for the 26th. But yeah, as you can see, Creepy Caves After Dark Creepy Caves Elimination After Dark now is fully sold out. So if you want to try out the After Dark experiences, I highly recommend you grab those final tickets for Viral Villages. Like I say, it's both experiences. Creepy Caves Elimination After Dark is worth the £15 or £12 for annual pass, or £6 pass holder, £8 normal for Viral Villages. Highly recommend it, and hopefully this isn't the last we see of Viral Villages. Hopefully Viral Villages comes back in 2023. Hopefully it will remain on After Dark, because of course, personally, obviously we know we're losing Creepy Caves at the end of 2022. Personally, if Viral Villages After Dark was to come back next year, I would be happy with that being a substitute for Creepy Caves After Dark, or just Creepy Caves in general. I will be doing a video probably at the end of the scare season talking about what would be the perfect replacement for Creepy Caves in 2023. Hopefully something intense, so stay tuned for that. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, this has been my I keep saying Creepy Caves, I'm so used to it now. Viral Villages After Dark review. Stay tuned over the next few days for my Creepy Caves Elimination daytime review, and of course my Viral Villages daytime review. And I'll see you on that note in the next one. Peace out.